Hey BookTube, me again. It's Snake, if you're new here. I haven't vlogged in a while. We're just gonna see how this goes. I do have a mission with this vlog, and I think it's pretty realistic for me to hit my goal. I'm gonna try my darndest to do it. So I have some plans for July, some reading plans, if you will. And I have 5 books that I'm currently reading, and I want to finish hopefully all of them, but definitely at least 4 of them. One of them I'm not too concerned about. Top priority is The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. I'm about halfway, a little over halfway done with that. So that's realistic. I've only been reading it for a few days and I've been really busy. I'm buddy reading this with Diana, so I'll link her Twitter down below because she's like one of the best people on the planet. And so this is really, really good so far. Also, on a slightly less awesome note, I'm also reading Prince Charming, which I'm pretty well over halfway through, and the plot like just started picking up, so I need to finish this. My other priority is The Sun Is Also a Star. I'm listening to that on audiobook. I have like 2 hours left, but it's taken me almost 2 months on and off to read this book. It's good. It's good. I like it. I'm enjoying it. Really am. Also, I need to finish Beds for Flowers. Also been reading that for almost 2 months. It's really good. I'm not in a fantasy mood, so I need to read that. Also fantasy. I'm gonna try to finish The Assassin's Blade, the Throne of Glass novellas, but that's like last on my priority list. So yeah, it is currently June 27th and it's like 6:30 p.m. So I only have a few more days. I have the rest of tonight and then I have 3 more days to finish 4, possibly 5 books. Yeah, we're gonna do this. I got my water with oranges in it. I got my Takis. I got my PJs, and I got my book. So we're gonna do this. Okay, so I finished chapter 13 of The Unhoneymooners, and now I'm listening to The Sun Is Also a Star, because I only have a little bit left of the audiobook, and it's still the same day. I just changed my shirt because I have to go pick up my friend from the airport. But yeah, this was the shirt that I bought for Sailor Moonathon, because I was supposed to vlog the entire thing and I didn't do that, so love that for me. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to finish this audiobook tonight, and my goal is to finish The Unhoneymooners tonight, but like I won't be super upset if I don't. Like I can finish it tomorrow morning / afternoon. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I really like The Sun Is Also a Star. I'm not like completely enamored with it, but it's still an objectively good book, and the audiobook is really, really good. But I'm not like, oh my gosh, I want to listen to it all the time. So I'm thinking right now it might be like a 3.75, which I don't really do like 0.25s and 0.75s often. But that's about where I'm feeling right now. I don't know. I guess it depends on the ending and like how I feel after that. But yeah, I will let you know. Hello, the lighting sucks, I'm aware. I'm not done with The Sun Is Also a Star yet, but I just have to like rant for a second because that Jeremy Fitzgerald chapter, I'm upset. There's like people walking. I'm at the cell phone lot at the airport. I'm upset. What was that chapter? If you've read this book, like right after Daniel's interview, it does like a Jeremy Fitzgerald chapter. Okay. It's fine. I know I keep saying I'm going to update when I finish a book. I have not finished yet. I intended to, and it's not my fault. But my friend came over sporadically and is now going to spend the night. So, I was trying to finish at least 1 book tonight. Didn't happen. But yeah, hopefully tomorrow I'll finish 2 books. So, we'll see. And I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Bye. Good morning. It is Friday the 28th and I just finished The Sun Is Also a Star. I was about to be really, really mad, but the epilogue kind of saved it. I'm not gonna talk about it. I don't want to spoil anything. I don't know what I'm gonna rate it yet. I'm gonna sit on it because it has taken me a long time to read, and I realize when I rate things right after finishing them, more times than not, I ended up changing the rating. So I'm gonna sit on it, but yeah, that's one book down. So my goal is to get another one done today. I do have a few things to do. I have to go to the post office because I have a couple of like video games and stuff that I've sold on eBay that I have to send off. So after that, I don't work until 4 and it's almost 11. So I have a couple hours. I'm hopefully gonna get in a lot of reading, and yeah, that's about where I'm at right now. All right, so not quite change of plans, more like addition to plans. So I picked up the Tea Dragon Society from the library because my hold came through, and I'm kind of picky with graphic novels. I don't really read them a ton, but I did get approved for the second volume, I guess, on NetGalley. So I was like, probably should read the first one. So, I mean, this won't take me long. I'll finish it. Maybe not today, but whatever. So that won't take long. So that's just another book that I'm gonna try to read in the next 3 days. But yeah, it's gonna be great. Hello, it's 11:30. I just finished The Honeymooners. That was so good. And just every time I read Christina Lauren, it just gets better and better. It was so good. It was phenomenal. It's gonna be even harder to go back to reading Prince Charming now. I don't know what to do with myself now. Okay, technically, it's still Friday. I still have 2 minutes before midnight, but I just finished the Tea Dragon Society, so I finished 3 books today. Who am I? I'm pretty proud. So I have 3 books to go. Definitely 2 for sure, priority. Possibly 3. Again, I'm not too concerned about finishing the Assassin's Blade. I would like to, but as long as I can finish Prince Charming and Beds for Flowers, like, I'll be happy. But if I could get to the Assassin's Blade, that'd be awesome. I don't know. I have the morning and most of the afternoon to myself tomorrow. I don't work until 4, and then I have Sunday off, so like there's really a chance that I could finish all 3. I'm determined. I told you this reading vlog was gonna be different. I'm determined to do what I set out to do, and I'm pretty impressed with myself already, honestly. Let's just keep this energy going. Good night. Hello, good morning. It is the 29th of June. It's Saturday, and I just finished Beds Are for Flowers. I know that book took me a really long time to read, which it's not because of the book. The book was actually very good. Objectively speaking, it's a good book. The characters were very fleshed out. They were very realistic. You know, they had fears, but they were also very brave. I did find certain aspects to be a tad bit confusing at first. But there was still a little bit of lingering confusion throughout majority of the book between, you know, Ganadin and like the end and the in-between, but it didn't hinder my reading experience, and the context helped. But overall, it was a really solid read. I'm glad I read it, and since I pre-ordered it, but it's already out now, Secrets Are for Flowers, book 2. I will get to that, not right now, because I have other reading plans for next month, but eventually, and I'm really excited to read it. So, yeah, next up, I'm going to try to finish Prince Charming. I don't think I'll finish it before I have to go to work today, but I'm hoping by the end of the day, I'll be able to finish it. So that's exciting. And then I have tomorrow off, so I'm really hoping that I'll be able to finish the Assassin's Blade tomorrow. Maybe, we'll see. That would be really exciting if I could. I'm really proud of myself for how good I'm doing so far. I've already finished 4 books in 2 days, so love that for me. And yeah, I'll update later. So I realized that I never actually like said anything about the Tea Dragon Society except that I finished it. So, and I want to say more than, oh, it was really cute and it was really good. So basically it follows Greta, and she is like the daughter of a blacksmith, and she's like, blacksmithing is dying and not really a whole lot of people are still doing it, so her mom's like training her so that it can kind of like keep going and be remembered and whatnot. And then she stumbles across this little dragon, and her dad's like, oh, I know who that owner is, like he'll be really missing it. So she goes to return the dragon to the owner and basically learns about this thing called the Tea Dragon Society, and that it doesn't really exist anymore, and that tea dragons basically like grow little tea leaves off of them, and it takes a really long time to make tea, but like it's kind of like magical, like when you drink it you can see memories and stuff, so it's really cool. And so the little pink-haired girl's name is Minette, and I'm not gonna like give away her backstory or whatever, but she's kind of like mysterious, and Greta doesn't really know a lot about her, but she's just kind of like hanging out around the dragons and like the tea house and stuff. But anyway, I'm not gonna say more than that because it is really short and I don't want to like give away the story, but it's really, really cute. The art is stunning. Like, I mean, look at that. It's beautiful, and I really like this, even though it's huge. It's like really kind of difficult to hold, but I really like the back because it has like a little glossary of all the tea dragons, and only 4 of them actually show up in this volume. But like you have like the jasmine tea dragon and the little like, I don't know how to pronounce that tea. I've never heard of that tea. But we also have like chamomile and then ginseng, and like there's more on the other page, and it's just so cute. Like, oh my gosh, this is really cute. And I have the sequel that I got approved for an e-arc of on NetGalley, so I'm gonna read that soon. Again, it's not a top priority right now, but I'm excited to get to that, so. This bothers me so much, saying it in a book. Like, I mean, I've definitely said that before, probably the exact sentence, but I'm uncomfortable. Okay, so this might be like kind of a petty thing for me to get annoyed at with this book, but on almost every single page, the paragraphing can get really weird, like when people are talking, because usually if someone is talking, it's all in the same paragraph. You know, maybe if there's like a long line of prose, like it'll be in 2 different paragraphs. But like if someone's talking and no one interrupts them, sometimes it'll be split into 2 different paragraphs, and so my mind thinks, okay, someone new is talking, because that's, you know, like the rules of grammar that I've always known growing up. And like, no, it's the same person talking, just for some reason it's in a new paragraph, even though like there was 3 words of prose between the 2 quotes. Like, I don't, like, again, that might be really petty of me to get annoyed at, but like it's really confusing because every single time my brain thinks, oh hey, somebody new's talking. Oh no, never mind, it's the same person. So I don't know why it's formatted that way. But yeah, I'm kind of almost done, so I have to go to work soon, but hopefully I'll be able to read a bit more before I leave the house, and then hopefully I'll finish it tonight. So we will see. That's my goal. I really would like to reach it, but we'll find out. Okay, I only have like 2 pages left in the current chapter that I'm reading, but I'm starting to get really invested in these, well, not really invested, but I'm starting to get invested in these characters. But I have to go to work like immediately, so can't see how the chapter ends, which is a bummer, but yeah, I will read as soon as I get home. Okay, I finished Prince Charming. I actually liked the ending, like the end part of the book, a lot more than the first 60%. It took me a long time to get into it initially, and then it just like was dragging on, and the plot didn't even begin really until like this last part of the book. Like, not even the last half, just the last part is really when the actual plot picked up. But it was fun. It was a fun book by the end. It had a lot of potential. The parents in it were really interesting, but I feel like they just kind of showed up when it was convenient. They weren't as fleshed out as I would have liked them to be, just because they were so interesting in concept. And the Royal Wreckers, which is Prince Sebastian's friend group, there were so many of them, and they all had nicknames, and I don't remember hardly any of them, except for Miles, who is a main character, and Sebastian, who is also a main character. None of the other friends left any imprint. I don't really understand why they were there. Yeah, but overall, it was a fun book. I don't know what I'm going to rate it yet, just because at first it was so boring and tough to read, but I did enjoy it by the end, so we'll see. But that is the second book that I finished today, and the fifth that I finished in the last 2 days, so that's really exciting. I might pick up the Assassin's Blade tonight. I am going to shower first and then probably eat something besides pumpkin bread. And then I have pretty much all day tomorrow to read, so I really think that I can do this. But I did finish all my priorities, so the Assassin's Blade will just kind of be a bonus. But I'm really excited because usually, like, I'm such a mood reader that it's hard for me to, like, force myself to read specific things, but I'm pretty proud. I'm doing pretty good so far, so yay. It is almost midnight. I am very tired. I read a chapter of The Assassin's Blade, so I think I'm going to eat my rice-a-roni and finish watching Lala's new video, and then possibly read one more chapter before I go to bed. But overall, it's been a pretty good reading day. I'm pretty proud of myself, so I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Okay, I lied. I'm back. I just remembered something that I was thinking about when I was showering about Sebastian. That sounds weird. About Sebastian from Prince Charming. Because, like, okay, so basically, if you haven't read it, it follows Daisy, and her sister, Eleanor, just got engaged to Alex, who is the, like, Prince of Scotland. And Alex has a younger brother named Sebastian, and he's kind of like this, like, wild prince. And everyone kind of thinks that, like, you know, Sebastian and Daisy are, like, supposed to get together or whatever. And I really feel like Sebastian could have been this amazing character. Because, yeah, he was, like, you know, this rowdy, like, party boy and, you know, always getting into scandals and stuff, and had this, you know, big group of friends. His group of friends was, like, the Royal Wreckers, you know, with all the nicknames. And I feel like there was such potential for his character to get so much deeper, because we did get to, and I don't really consider this a spoiler because it happens at only like a few chapters in, like when she first gets to Scotland. He like gets drunk and shows up at her room, and he's like, okay, well, we're supposed to sleep together, aren't we? And she's like, no. And like, you can just tell that there is a sadness there underneath him, and it feels like he's going to be such a dimensional character, and then he's not, but he could have been. And because we literally just get this, like, you know, sad boy who likes to party to kind of cover up the pain, and, you know, and his mom is like trying to set him up with this girl who, like, he's not really interested in, but he says that he could be, but she's like kind of in love with somebody else. I'm not gonna say who, obviously. And I don't know. And then there was, I'm not gonna say what it is, but there's this drama with Sebastian that happens like at the very end, in the last couple of chapters, where he kind of like reveals this like secret to Daisy. And I feel like, one, it came out of nowhere, and two, it didn't fit him because it came out of nowhere, and three, I just feel like it was very unnecessary. I don't know why it was put in the book other than to just make him seem more of a sad boy. And I really feel like his character just fell flat, because at the end, like, he could have been such a great character, and I think he might actually be my favorite character in the book, even though I don't feel like any of them are gonna be like super memorable. Like I wasn't really crazy about any of the characters in that book, but I feel like he probably was my favorite, and that's why I'm mad that he didn't get what he deserved, I guess. I don't know. I'm disappointed in Rachel Hawkins' execution of, I mean, really the whole book, but specifically Sebastian, because there could have been so much development there. There was such potential, and it just didn't happen. It was a wasted opportunity, honestly. And I've heard that, like, some of the characters, like, kind of, like, show up a little bit in Her Royal Highness, which I'm contemplating if I want to read, just because I wasn't crazy about Prince Charming, and the writing did feel a little bit juvenile. And it was just, I rolled my eyes a lot reading that book. But I still enjoyed it. I mean, by the end of it, I enjoyed it. But I hope that he gets some development. I don't know. I would really like a book about him. You know, Her Royal Highness just came out this year, so maybe like next year there could be a book about Sebastian where he like actually gets a happy like fairy tale story. I don't know. That's all I ask for, because now maybe I care about him more than I thought. Like now I'm really invested in him, and I really just genuinely want the best for him. And I know he's like fictional, but I just really, really want the best for Sebastian. And it's past midnight. I should probably go to bed soon because I'm getting like emotional over a fictional character in a book that I don't even really care about. But yeah, I'll stop. Good morning. It is Sunday, the 30th. It is 9 a.m. I've actually been awake for almost an hour because people won't leave me alone. Yeah, I need to get out of bed so I can make some coffee and start reading, because I have a lot of that to do today. Yay! I have a little under 300 pages left of the Assassin's Blade, so that's fun. It's definitely doable. Because I mean, I've read, you know, whole books in a day before. However, it's usually like contemporary books that I read in a whole day. Even though fantasy takes up a huge majority of what I read, I do tend to read it a bit slower than, say, contemporary. So this will be interesting to see how long it takes me to read this today, but I'm determined and I really think I can do it, so yay. Alright, so now apparently I have to leave the house at 5 o'clock tonight, so I'm currently on page 154 out of 435. So 280 pages in, what is time? 7.5 hours. I can do that, for sure. It's just like, my attention span is not the best, so this will be interesting. According to Goodreads, I'm 51% done with this book, so I'm officially over halfway done. Yay, I just finished the third story in this, the third novella, and there's 5, I want to say? Yeah, there's 5. So I'm guessing the last 2 are the longest, the last 2 are the longest, math. So that's exciting. I only have 2 left. I'm on page 229, so I can do this today. It'll just be a journey. I just wanted to pop in real quick and say page 242, Lysandra, the love of my life, just showed up, so I'm a happy camper. I really want to be reading right now, but I'm editing a video and I have to take my friend to work in like 30 minutes, and then after that I have to start getting ready to go out tonight because I have to leave my house at 5 and it's 2:55. So I'm really hoping that I can get this book done today, or else I'm gonna be really, really sad. I'm getting emotional on Maine. I really hate reading this novella because I'm getting invested in something that we know from like page 1 of Throne of Glass never happened. I'm very much in my feels right now, and I don't appreciate Sarah J Maas ripping my heart out like this. And I'm getting really, really scared for how this bind-up is gonna end, because I know how it ends. But like, I mean, she didn't have to make me care this much, and that's rude. I'm distraught. Okay, so I finished the fourth novella, which means I only have one left, and I have a lot of feelings. I already hated Arabin, but like now I really, really hate him, and he's disgusting and vile, and like I knew that, but also I love Sam Cortland. And I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse that we got to know him so well in this novella bind up. I just have a lot of feelings. I need to start getting ready. I'm on page 337, and there's 435 pages, so I have just under 100 pages left. So, but last night when I started, I had less than 300 pages left, so, and I only read a chapter last night. So already today I've read almost 200 pages. So, who's the real winner here? Hello, it is almost 1 a.m. Spoiler alert, I did not finish this, but that's okay because I only have one novella left and everything's really happy right now, and I know exactly what's going to happen in the last novella and I'm not ready for it. So I'm fine with not finishing that because I still got a lot accomplished today. I still read like 200 pages of this today alone, and I finished 5 books in the last like 2 days, but it's officially July and I have reading plans for July, and I actually just started the first chapter of one of the books that I'm planning on reading, which, I mean, like, if you look at my Goodreads, like, I mean, I'm gonna be blogging stuff in, but I'm not gonna, like, talk about it much. I don't know. But, yeah, I tried my best. I still did more than I thought that I would, so love that for me. And I would say that this is my most successful reading vlog to date, so yay! Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.